found out my wife was unfaithful through a text she sent to the wrong person, me. She'd meant to send it to him. I replied, "Interesting message." Then I forwarded it to my lawyer, her parents, and her boss. When she realized what she'd done 3 hours later, I, 37 male, was in a morning meeting when my phone buzzed. Opened it expecting something normal from my wife, 35. Grocery list, random thought, whatever. Got this instead. "Last night was incredible, baby. Can't stop thinking about your hands on me. Hubby's got that conference in Denver next week. You should definitely come over Monday night. We'll have the whole place to ourselves." Stared at my screen. Someone was asking me something in the meeting. I nodded. Had zero idea what they said. Here's the thing. I'm not going to Denver. Never was. That was her plan to visit her sister in Phoenix next week. Or so she told me. My brain went into this weird, calm mode, like ice water in my veins. Took a screenshot, backed it up to cloud storage, then my personal email, then texted it to myself from a different app just to be safe. Replied to her, "Interesting message." Then I left the meeting, told them something came up, went to my car and started making calls. Called Greg, this divorce attorney my coworker used when his marriage imploded. Left a voicemail. His paralegal called back within minutes. They had an opening that afternoon. I sent them the screenshot through their secure portal. Then I pulled up my wife's parents' contact. Her dad picked up. "Hey, need to send you something? What's your email again?" He could tell something was off, but gave it to me. Sent him the screenshot. No explanation, just the image. Let it speak for itself. Last call was trickier. My wife works at this marketing agency, decent-sized place. They're hardcore about workplace relationships. She'd literally complained about 2 people getting canned for dating last year. Looked up their company website. Found the HR general email. Sent it with a simple subject. Employee conduct issue, urgent. Body of the email. My wife is your employee. She accidentally sent me this text this morning instead of sending it to whoever she's having an affair with. Given her comments about last night, this appears ongoing. If this involves another employee, thought you should know about your policy violation. Attached the screenshot. Was that petty? Maybe. Did I care? Nope. Whole thing took maybe half an hour. Then I drove back to work and actually got stuff done. Answered emails, normal Tuesday stuff. While my marriage burned down in the background, phone stayed quiet. She hadn't seen my reply yet, apparently. Probably busy with actual work. Or him. The attorney meeting was efficient. She'd reviewed the screenshot already. Well, this is pretty cut and dry. How long married? 9 years. Kids? No. You want to try counseling or anything? Zero interest. She nodded like she expected that. Started asking about assets, accounts, the house. Told me the text was about as solid as evidence gets. Asked if I wanted to identify the other guy for potential, additional legal angles? Eventually maybe. Right now just move fast. She said she'd have papers ready by end of week. Asked if my wife knew I knew. Not yet. Eyebrows went up, but she didn't comment. Professional. Got home that evening. Her car in the driveway. Walked in, she's cooking dinner, all smiles. "Hey babe, how was work?" Interesting. Didn't register with her at all. She kept talking about her day, some client drama, office politics. I made the right noises. Wow, that sucks. We ate, watched a show. She curled against me on the couch like nothing was wrong. I felt absolutely nothing, like being anesthetized. Around 9, she went to shower. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table. I glanced over. Locked, obviously, but I could see the message preview. "You're not answering. Everything okay? Did something happen?" Unknown number. But I knew exactly who it was. She came back down, grabbed her phone, watched her face while she scrolled. Went from relaxed to confused to pale in about 10 seconds. Started scrolling faster, more frantic. Then she checked her sent messages. The moment she realized was almost cartoonish. Eyes huge, hand over mouth. Oh God, yep. Wait, this, I can explain. Don't bother. Already sent that text to my lawyer, your parents, and your company's HR, so we're way past explanations. She dropped the phone, like actually dropped it. You what? You heard me. Why would you do that? You can't just... My job. I absolutely can, and I did, around 10 this morning. Roughly 3 hours before you figured out you sent it to the wrong person. The tears started. Mascara everywhere, the whole breakdown. Please, it was a mistake. It didn't mean anything. Which part? The affair? Or texting me about it? Nothing. Guest room's mine now. Divorce papers getting filed this week. Don't try to talk to me. Go through lawyers. Left her crying in the living room. Guest room door locked. Slept like a baby. Weird how that works. Update 1. Holy hell, the fallout was immediate. Next morning, my wife was knocking on the guest room door before my alarm even went off. I ignored it. She slid a whole letter under the door. Pages of how sorry she was, how it meant nothing, she loved me, could we please just talk? Threw it away without finishing it. She tried calling me at work, blocked emails, set up a filter so they auto-forward to my attorney without me seeing them. Her dad called that afternoon. He sounded tired. Son, we got your message. Don't know what to say. We're just devastated. I appreciate that. She won't tell us who it is. Doesn't really matter at this point. Is there any chance you'd consider counseling? Try to work through it? She was planning to have him over while I was supposedly out of town. This wasn't a slip-up. It's been going on. I'm done. Long sigh. I understand. I'm real sorry this happened. Her mother called later. That one was different. Got the whole speech about marriage being hard work. Throwing away 9 years. People make mistakes. Told her I wasn't throwing anything away. Her daughter torched it herself. She hung up on me. Next day, my wife came home early from work. I was working remote. Didn't want to go into the office yet. She burst into my home office. HR pulled me in. They're investigating. They want to know if it's someone at the company. And? You ruined everything. If he works there, we're both getting fired. They're treating me like a criminal. You violated company policy. That's your problem. This is vindictive. You're trying to destroy me. Finally looked up at her. I forwarded evidence of your affair to people who should know about it. You destroyed your own life when you hit send on that text. Wrong person, remember? I could lose everything. Yeah. How's that feel? She switched tactics. Actual tears now. Got on her knees. Literally on her knees like some movie. Please call HR back. Tell them you misunderstood, that it was taken out of context. No. Please. I'll end it right now. Therapy, whatever you want. You'll end it? It should never have started. I'm not calling HR. You made choices. Deal with it. She absolutely lost it. Started screaming about how cruel I was, how I never loved her. I'm heartless. Grabbed a picture frame off my desk and threw it at the wall. Glass everywhere. Get out. This is my house too, for now. This room is mine though. Get out. She finally left, crying in the bedroom for hours. I put in headphones. My attorney called end of week. Papers ready. Asked if I wanted to serve them personally or use a process server. Process server at her work. Pause. That's aggressive. Good. Scheduled for the following week, delivered at her office. But things really ramped up that weekend. My wife's best friend showed up, just stormed right in. What is wrong with you? One mistake and you're destroying her entire life. One mistake, she's been sleeping with him for God knows how long, planning future hookups in our house. That's not one mistake. Everyone deserves a second chance. She's falling apart. She's upset she got caught. Big difference. You're heartless. Nah, just done being lied to. Best friend tried the whole remember the good times angle. I shut it down. Look, she killed 9 years of marriage by stepping out, not me. If she wanted to save this, maybe don't text your affair partner about bringing him over while your husband's gone. Actually, maybe just don't have an affair. Revolutionary concept. She called me a few names and left. My wife had been staying with her apparently since the picture-throwing incident. Fine by me. Update 2 papers got served at her office early the next week. Process server said she became very emotional and had to leave. Her boss witnessed it. I felt bad about that for maybe 3 seconds. Then the real entitlement started. Got a call from an unknown number a couple days later. Made the mistake of answering. This is him. The other guy. We need to talk. First time hearing his voice. Deep, confident. Thought he was hot shit clearly. No, we don't. Look man, this got out of control. She's losing her job. Her marriage is over. Her parents won't even talk to her. And you could have handled this quietly. You didn't have to nuke her whole life. I actually laughed. I didn't nuke anything. She did that when she slept with you, repeatedly. It's not like that. We actually care about each other. Fascinating. Lose my number. Hung up. Blocked it. Couple days later, my wife showed up at the house while I was at work. I'd changed the locks over the weekend. Ring doorbell caught everything. She tried her key, freaked out when it didn't work, pounded on the door, then sat on the porch crying for like an hour before leaving. Pathetic, honestly. Then I got an email from her attorney. Not about the divorce itself, about the house. She wanted immediate possession because she had nowhere to go, and I was forcing her into homelessness. My attorney's response was chef's kiss. Your client has family, friends, and apparently a boyfriend. My client owns the house, purchased before marriage, title solely in his name. She has no claim. See, here's what she forgot in her panic. I bought that house 2 years before we even got married. Never added her to the title. It was 100% mine. Her lawyer backed off that real quick. End of the week, HR made their decision. My wife got fired. Wasn't just the affair. The guy was her direct report. She'd been sleeping with someone she supervised. Massive liability, power dynamic nightmare. She got canned. He got a written warning and kept his job since technically she was the one with the power. She called me screaming. Got my new number from someone. They fired me. I have no job, no income. How am I supposed to live? Should have thought of that before sending that text. You're enjoying this. I wanted a faithful wife. You wanted someone else. Now you get to deal with reality. Reality? You systematically destroyed every part of my life. I forwarded one text. One. Everything after that is consequences of your choices. Silence for a beat. Then, my lawyer says I deserve spousal support. Half of everything. I'm taking you for everything in the divorce. Your lawyer's welcome to try. See you in court. Hung up. Changed my number again. This week, the boyfriend and my almost ex decided to try a united front approach. Both showed up at my office building. Security called me first. Told them to escort both people off property. Watched from my window as security walked them out. She was yelling something. He looked embarrassed. Good. Got a text from her mom later. What you're doing is cruel and unusual. She made a mistake. You're supposed to love her through hard times. Replied, hard times are cancer or job loss or family death. Hard times aren't I'm sleeping with my subordinate and planning to bring him to our house. That's just betrayal. No response. Wife's best friend tried one more intervention. Showed up at my gym yesterday. Cornered me after my workout. She's on my couch. No job, no money, nowhere to go. You have to help her. No, I really don't. She's falling apart. Not eating, barely sleeping. That's unfortunate. Not my problem anymore. How can you be so cold? You spent 9 years together. She threw away 9 years, not me. She made choices. These are consequences. I'm not responsible for managing the emotional fallout of her affair. What about for better or worse? Worse is external stuff you face together. Betrayal isn't worse. It's breach of contract. She broke the vows. Not me. Best friend finally gave up. Probably went back to tell my ex I'm a monster. Divorce is moving along. Court date set for about 6 weeks out. My attorney's confident. We had a prenup. Her parents insisted on it, ironically, that heavily favors the non-cheating spouse. She's getting basically nothing except her personal stuff and her car that she's still paying off. Doing okay? Not great, not terrible. Sleeping better than I did while being lied to every day. Work's been good. Picked up old hobbies. Started seeing a therapist to process it all. Weirdest thing? I don't miss her. I miss who I thought she was. But that person didn't exist. The real her is someone who could lie to my face and then act entitled to sympathy when caught. Final update. Court was last week. My ex showed up with her attorney, her mom, and, I kid you not, the boyfriend. Bringing your affair partner to divorce court is certainly a choice. Her attorney tried arguing she deserved spousal support because of the marriage length and her financial hardship. My attorney countered with the prenup, explicit infidelity clause limiting support, the text message as Exhibit A, and the whole timeline. Judge read the text. Looked at my ex. Ma'am, you accidentally sent this to your husband? Yes, Your Honor, but... And you were planning to have the affair partner in your marital home? It wasn't. Seems pretty clear from your own words. Her attorney tried pivoting. Said I weaponized the text by sending it to her employer. Judge shut that down fast. Forwarding evidence to relevant parties isn't weaponizing anything. If the employer took action, that's between them and the employee. Took maybe 40 minutes total. Final ruling, no spousal support, prenup plus infidelity. Assets split per prenup, What was mine before marriage stays mine, including house. She keeps her car, personal stuff, her retirement account. She pays her own legal fees. Her mom cried in the courtroom. Her attorney looked pissed. The boyfriend sat there uncomfortable, probably realizing he won a woman with no job, no money, and a ton of baggage. Outside, my ex tried one last approach. Walked over, mascara running. I hope you're happy. Getting there. You destroyed my entire life over a mistake. Last time, you destroyed your own life. I just refused to go down with you. I loved you. No, people who love someone don't do what you did. Don't lie, don't sneak around, don't plan affairs. Whatever you felt, it wasn't love. Boyfriend came over, arm around her. Come on, babe. He's not worth it. I laughed. Good luck, man. Hope you don't have anything valuable in your name. And maybe make your contact name and her phone really distinctive, just in case. His face went pale. Guess he hadn't considered that. My ex just glared. I walked away. Got in my car. Drove home to my house. Aftermath's been interesting. Her parents cut contact entirely after court. Best friend posted some vague narcissistic exes who can't forgive thing on social media but didn't tag me. Don't care enough to respond. Found out my ex moved in with the boyfriend through mutual friends. They're making it work in his one-bedroom apartment. He's retail management. She's job hunting but having trouble since her last job ended with an ethics violation. Most places ask about that. House finally feels like mine. Repainted the bedroom. Got rid of furniture she picked. Changed everything. It's peaceful now. Work's been great actually. Got promoted last month, had been putting in extra hours. Focused on projects. Turns out when you're not being gaslit at home, you have way more energy. Started seeing someone new a couple weeks ago. Not serious, just coffee and talking. She asked about my ex. Gave her the short version. Wait, she sent the affair text to you by accident? That's almost too dumb to believe. Yep, happened. And you forwarded it to her boss? Seemed appropriate. She laughed. Savage, I respect it. We'll see where it goes. Not rushing. But it's nice talking to someone who isn't lying about where they are or who they're with. Someone asked if I regret how I handled things. The immediate forwarding, the divorce, all of it. Honestly, no. Could I have done it differently? Sure. Could have confronted her first, demanded therapy, tried to work through it. But she wasn't sorry about the affair. She was sorry she got caught. Every interaction proved that. She wanted me to save her from consequences, to run damage control, to make it all okay despite her betrayal. I'm not a rehab center for adults who make selfish choices. The text was a gift really. Clear evidence. No ambiguity, no gaslighting, no you're paranoid possibilities. Just proof. Direct, undeniable, self-provided proof. I used it efficiently. Lawyer, parents, employer, all that morning. Prevented damage control? Yes. Was that the point? Absolutely. She wanted an affair without consequences. Real life doesn't work that way. Actions have costs. Betrayal has prices. I just made sure she paid in full. Life's good now. Quiet. Honest. No drama. If that makes me cold or heartless, fine. I'd rather be cold and honest than warm and lied to. Moving forward. Living well. Best revenge isn't elaborate schemes. It's just enforcing natural consequences and refusing to be a safety net for someone who pushed you off a cliff. She sent the wrong text to the wrong person. Everything after was just gravity.